Eminem just released a new single featuring CeeLo Green. Yes, the guy who had the thing with Molly back in the day. Yeah, CeeLo Green, Mr. FU. It's so interesting with CeeLo Green because dude actually has been through a lot, but for some reason he just be around. He just be around. Like, I think it's because his voice is so unique and his voice is so iconic. You can't really get rid of this man. He can get hit with like all kinds of crazy charges, and he'll just be back. He just needs to chill for a little bit, and he'll be back. But anyways, Eminem, CeeLo Green, The King and I. This song, kind of doo doo. And honestly, like what really bothers me about this song is that it's almost the tone of it is not the tone of what I would expect from it. And maybe that's the point. Maybe they're all like, "Oh, we're gonna do the unexpected because I'm Eminem." It's co-produced by Eminem and Dr. Dre. But the beat, I don't know, it just sounds so. It's like vintage Eminem, but like the worst vintage Eminem. Like the Eminem that like people make fun of all the time, and like the Eminem that almost he makes fun of himself sometimes, where he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm the next Elvis and blah blah blah." You know what I'm saying? My favorite version of Eminem is when he gets storyteller mode and he falls into that pocket with that flow and he's just rapping over dope beats. None of this is happening on the song. It's just kind of him just being like, I'm Eminem, I'm Elvis again, you know what I'm saying? And I know what my Eminem fans are gonna pop out and be like, well, you didn't listen to the bars. I listened to the song 3 times. Okay. This is not a good Eminem song. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And like I said, if you guys know me well enough, then you know that Eminem is actually one of my favorite rappers. But you also know that I hold my favorite rappers and my favorite artists to the highest of standards when it comes to the music and the stuff that they put out. I'm not going to just sit here and be like, oh, I like Eminem, so everything that he puts out is great. No. This song, especially compared to the music that he put out on Music to Be Murdered By, dog, this is mid. And honestly, to be honest, this sounds like it's a throwaway from those sessions. With that said, I'm kind of disappointed in the Aftermath family as a whole at this point, and I might be speaking a little bit too soon, but I feel like we should have gotten just more music from all of them in general after their Super Bowl performance. There was so much hype behind the Super Bowl performance, but so far we've gotten albums from Mary J. Blige, Snoop Dogg, and Kendrick, so maybe I'm speaking too soon, because maybe we will get the Dr. Dre and Eminem albums. I think the Dr. Dre album is overdue at this point. I could pass on another Eminem album at this point. I think that he might need to chill and go, especially if he's coming like this on this track. Nah, you need to like kind of come up with something fresh because it sounds like they're trying to recreate something as opposed to pushing the threshold. And maybe I'll give this whole soundtrack a listen. Maybe listening to this song in context to the rest of the soundtrack might give me a different perspective on it. But just listening it like randomly, it's like, this is a hard 5 out of 10. I'm sorry, Eminem fans, I'm sorry, but your guy dropped a stinker, and I love that guy to death. Like I said, he's one of my favorite rappers. But like I said, I hold him to the highest regards, and I'm very critical of this man's work because I hold him to the highest standards. He's one of the most inspirational rappers of my life. So when I hear songs like this, where it's like very clear that you're just kind of like doing it for the bag and not necessarily for the thing, and it being on the Elvis soundtrack makes it that much more like gooey. Because I feel like if I were Eminem and you're gonna ask me to make a song for the Elvis soundtrack, knowing damn well that the black hip hop community and all this basically compares me to Elvis and says that I am a culture vulture that takes the culture from black people and monetizes it, and I'm the most successful, yada, yada, yada. Like, all those parallels are there. The song that I would have created for this track would have been monumental. I would have gone full lose yourself level song on this. It would have been arguably the best thing to come out of this whole Elvis experience. I'm hearing this movie is kind of mid. And you're Eminem. I would have went for the damn Oscar. You know what I'm saying? Like I would have went for Oscar #2 on this shit. I would have been like, yo, B, let's go. Like I would have penned, give me 3 months to pen some shit, and I would go Lose Yourself level, and go for that Oscar and crush it. But on the flip side of that, it's one of those like, I can see why Eminem also would kind of dial it in and phone it in, because it's also like if Eminem did do that and he did win the Oscars for this song, y'all would still be mad anyways. You'd be like, oh, that's right, because you know he did the soundtrack for Elvis, so you know it lines up, right? So I get it, and I almost guarantee that like they probably had these conversations. Like Dr. Dre and Eminem were probably having conversations very similar to this, just trying to figure out what the hell they want to do with this like song. But this is what we got. The song's kind of mid. Let me know what you think. Am I capping, as these kids say? Am I a hater? Huh? Because I don't like the song, or am I right? Let me know what you think. Tell me what you think about the song. What's your favorite lyric or something? I don't know. Tell me. Convince me in the comments if you're an Eminem fan and you think I'm wrong. Convince me and tell me why this song would be better or should be rated better. Like quote a bar or something in the comments, and I'll check it out and I'll see if what you're saying is accurate. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Because as I said for the third time now in this video, Eminem is my guy. I support him to no end. But I'm also very straightforward in my opinion. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. More videos coming soon. Later, dude.